Hey there, book lovers. Welcome to the Book Lounge, your go-to place for uncovering the wisdom hidden in the world's best books. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why so many small businesses struggle to survive while others seem to thrive effortlessly? Or maybe you've been dreaming of starting your own business but can't shake the fear of failure. Today, we're talking about The E-Myth Revisited by Michaele Gerber, a game-changing book that holds the answers to these very questions. Gerber doesn't just show you what most entrepreneurs get wrong. He breaks down exactly how you can turn your business into a predictable, scalable success story. Whether you're a business owner, an aspiring entrepreneur, or just someone looking to level up your mindset, this audiobook will change the way you think about success forever. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with powerful strategies and actionable insights that can transform your business and maybe even your life. Stick around, because the lessons in this book are the ones they don't teach you in school, but they're the ones you need to hear. Ready to discover why working harder isn't always the answer and what to do instead? Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Entrepreneurial Myth. The first chapter unpacks a myth that traps countless small business owners: the idea that anyone who starts a business is an entrepreneur. This entrepreneurial myth stems from the assumption that if you possess technical skills, like baking, designing, or coding, you can naturally run a successful business doing what you love. But here's the brutal truth: being good at your craft isn't enough to build a thriving business. This chapter introduces us to the pivotal conflict in most small businesses, the battle between three distinct roles within every owner: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. The entrepreneur is the visionary, the dreamer who sees opportunities and pushes boundaries. The manager is the planner, craving order, structure, and predictability. And the technician? They're the doer, the one who gets their hands dirty and loves their craft. The problem? Most small businesses are born out of what Gerber calls an entrepreneurial seizure, a sudden urge to break free from the constraints of a job and work for yourself. But when a technician, like a baker or a designer, starts a business, they don't truly become an entrepreneur. They just create a job for themselves. They focus so heavily on doing the work that they neglect the bigger picture, building a system that allows the business to run and grow independently of them. This imbalance causes chaos. Without a clear entrepreneurial vision or managerial discipline, the technician becomes overwhelmed. They work harder and harder, but the business stagnates because every task depends on them. The dream of freedom and independence quickly turns into a nightmare of endless hours, stress, and burnout. The chapter urges readers to rethink how they approach their business. The key isn't to work harder as a technician, but to balance all three roles. The entrepreneur must provide direction and inspiration. The manager must create systems and ensure consistency. And the technician must execute, but without being the sole force driving the business forward. Ultimately, Chapter 1 challenges us to confront the lies we've been told about starting a business, and to recognize that success requires more than passion and technical skill. It requires shifting your mindset from being just a doer to becoming a builder of systems and a creator of opportunity. It's the first crucial step in transforming a small business from a grind into a scalable, sustainable enterprise. Chapter 2: The Entrepreneur, the Manager, and the Technician. Chapter 2 delves deeper into the three personalities that live within every small business owner: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. These personas aren't just roles, they are conflicting forces that shape the destiny of a business. Success lies in understanding their interplay and striking a balance. But most business owners unknowingly allow one of these personas to dominate, often to the detriment of their business. The entrepreneur is the visionary, always looking ahead and asking, what's next? They thrive on possibilities, risks, and innovation. The entrepreneur dreams big and is constantly driven by the future. They're the spark that ignites new ideas and pushes the business beyond its comfort zone. Without the entrepreneur, a business stagnates, lacking direction or growth. The manager, on the other hand, craves order and structure. They are the organizer, the planner, the one who ensures that chaos doesn't consume the business. The manager is responsible for turning the entrepreneur's ideas into actionable, repeatable systems. Without the manager, a business collapses under its own weight, unable to sustain itself or operate efficiently. And then there's the technician, the doer. The technician lives in the present, focused on getting the job done. They are the craftsman, the expert, the one who prides themselves on their skills and hard work. While the technician ensures the product or service is delivered, they tend to resent anything that pulls them away from the work itself, including planning or strategizing. The real struggle begins when one of these personalities takes over. Most small business owners are technicians at heart, which means they focus entirely on doing the work and neglect the entrepreneur's vision and the manager's systems. This imbalance leads to exhaustion, inefficiency, and frustration. The technician becomes trapped in their business, unable to step away without everything falling apart. The chapter emphasizes the importance of recognizing these three personas and bringing them into harmony. A thriving business requires the entrepreneur to set the vision, the manager to create the structure, and the technician to execute with precision. If any one of these roles is ignored or overpowered, the business suffers. Ultimately, Chapter 2 highlights that small business success isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about stepping back, embracing all three personas, and building a business that can run independently, one that doesn't rely solely on the technician's relentless labor, but instead thrives as a well-oiled, balanced machine. Chapter 3, Infancy, the Technician's Phase. Chapter 3 examines the early phase of a small business, known as infancy, where the technician's mindset dominates every aspect of the operation. This is the phase where most businesses begin, and, tragically, where many of them get stuck or fail. It's a stage driven by sheer enthusiasm and relentless effort, but it's also where the seeds of burnout and collapse are often sown. During infancy, the technician is in complete control. Fueled by the belief that their technical skill is all that's needed to succeed, they throw themselves into the work. Every task, big or small, rests on their shoulders. They take pride in doing everything themselves. After all, no one else can match their expertise or passion. But this hands-on approach quickly becomes a double-edged sword. At first, the technician's phase feels rewarding. Customers are happy, the work is fulfilling, and the freedom of being your own boss is exhilarating. But over time, cracks begin to show. The business becomes entirely dependent on the technician's presence. There's no time to think about growth, systems, or long-term sustainability because all their energy is consumed by the daily grind. As the business grows, the technician's workload increases exponentially. What once felt liberating now becomes suffocating. They're working longer hours, juggling more responsibilities, and constantly putting out fires. The dream of independence gives way to the harsh reality of being chained to the business. Instead of owning a business, they feel like the business owns them. The chapter delivers a stark warning. This phase is unsustainable. A business that relies entirely on the technician's efforts is doomed to stagnate or collapse under its own weight. Growth becomes impossible because the technician has no capacity to delegate or step back to focus on the bigger picture. To escape infancy, the technician must make a critical shift. They must recognize that technical skill alone isn't enough to sustain or scale a business. It's not about working harder. It's about creating systems, processes, and a team that can take over the day-to-day operations. The technician must evolve into a leader who can think beyond the craft and focus on building a self-sustaining enterprise. Chapter 3 is a wake-up call. It forces readers to confront the harsh reality of what happens when passion and hard work are not paired with vision and strategy. It's a call to action to move beyond the technician's phase and start building a business that can truly thrive, grow, and survive without being tethered to one person's constant effort. Chapter 4, Adolescence, Getting Some Help. Chapter 4 explores the next stage in a business's journey. Adolescence, the phase where business owners realize they can't do it all alone and begin seeking help. At first glance, this seems like the natural evolution from infancy. However, it comes with its own challenges and potential pitfalls. While bringing in help can alleviate the immediate pressure, it often exposes deeper flaws in how the business operates. Adolescence typically begins when the technician reaches their breaking point. Overwhelmed by the never-ending workload and recognizing that they can't handle everything, they finally decide to hire help. This moment feels like a lifeline, a chance to lighten the load and delegate tasks. But instead of bringing relief, it often creates new problems. Why? Because most business owners don't have systems in place. They hire someone and expect them to figure it out without offering proper training, clear instructions, or structured processes. The result? Employees either fail to meet expectations or perform tasks differently than the owner would, leading to frustration. Instead of fixing the problem, the owner feels compelled to step back in and take over. This is where the business owner falls into what the book calls the adolescent trap. Instead of delegating effectively, they revert to their comfort zone as the technician. They start micromanaging or even firing employees, convinced that no one can do the job as well as I can. The business falls back into chaos, and the owner becomes trapped once again in the daily grind. The chapter highlights a critical lesson. Hiring people isn't the solution. Creating systems is. For a business to truly grow, it must become independent of any one person, including the owner. The goal is to build a business that operates as a cohesive system, where every role and task is clearly defined and repeatable. Employees should be empowered with clear processes so they can perform their jobs confidently and consistently. Adolescence is a test of the owner's ability to evolve beyond being the technician and embrace the roles of manager and entrepreneur. It's about moving from doing the work to designing how the work is done. This requires letting go of control, trusting others, and focusing on building the infrastructure that will allow the business to scale sustainably. Chapter 4 serves as a reminder that growth isn't just about adding more hands. It's about creating a machine that runs smoothly with or without you. It challenges business owners to shift their mindset from "I can do it all" to "How can I make this business work without me doing it all?" Only then can the business truly mature and thrive. Chapter 5, Beyond the Comfort Zone. Chapter 5 addresses a pivotal turning point in the life of every small business, the moment it must move beyond its comfort zone to survive and thrive. This stage is where many businesses falter because growth requires more than just hard work. It demands change, adaptation, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. The comfort zone for most business owners lies in doing what they know best, the work itself. It's safe, familiar, and predictable. But as the business grows, staying within this bubble creates a dangerous trap. The demands of a growing business stretch beyond the owner's technical expertise, requiring strategic thinking, operational systems, and leadership. Yet, many resist this shift, clinging to the work they're comfortable with. This resistance is often driven by fear of failure, fear of losing control, and fear of stepping into unfamiliar territory. This chapter reveals the harsh truth. The comfort zone isn't just holding the business back, it's slowly killing it. A business stuck in its comfort zone becomes stagnant, unable to adapt to the changing needs of customers, employees, or the market. The technician's refusal to let go of their tasks prevents the manager and entrepreneur within from stepping forward to guide the business into the future. To move beyond the comfort zone, the business owner must adopt a new mindset. The focus must shift from working in the business to working on the business. This means thinking strategically, building scalable systems, and creating a vision for the future. It requires the owner to relinquish control over every detail and instead trust others to take on responsibilities. It's about learning to lead, not just do. The chapter also highlights that growth comes with discomfort. It's messy, uncertain, and full of challenges. But that's where transformation happens. The most successful businesses are those that embrace this discomfort and view it as an opportunity for evolution. They take risks, experiment with new ideas, and push past the limits of what feels safe. Ultimately, Chapter 5 serves as a wake-up call. Staying in the comfort zone may feel secure, but it's a recipe for mediocrity. True growth happens when the owner steps outside their technical role, embraces the roles of manager and entrepreneur, and builds a business that's bigger than themselves. It's about moving from survival mode to creating a business that thrives, not because of the owner's constant presence, but because of the systems, people, and vision they've put in place. This is where the real journey begins. Beyond the comfort zone lies the potential for greatness. Chapter 6: Maturity and the Entrepreneurial Perspective. Chapter 6 shifts the focus to the ultimate goal for any business: maturity. Contrary to what many believe, maturity doesn't come at the end of a business's life cycle. It begins with how the business is conceived and built. The chapter introduces the entrepreneurial perspective, a transformative way of thinking that lays the foundation for long-term success. The entrepreneurial perspective is about starting with the end in mind. It requires you to envision what your business will look like when it's fully developed, thriving, and no longer reliant on your daily involvement. Unlike the technician's narrow focus on day-to-day tasks, the entrepreneurial perspective zooms out to see the big picture. It's about building a business that works as a cohesive system, one that delivers consistent results, operates independently of you, and grows sustainably over time. A mature business doesn't just happen by chance. It's meticulously designed with intention and foresight. The chapter emphasizes the importance of creating systems, processes, and roles that can be replicated and scaled. The goal is to remove reliance on any single person, including the owner. In a mature business, the systems are the foundation, and the people are there to operate and improve upon them, not reinvent the wheel. The entrepreneurial perspective also highlights the importance of viewing your business as a product in itself. Rather than focusing solely on the services or goods you provide, you must treat the business as something you're crafting to be valuable, efficient, and marketable. This mindset not only drives growth, but also positions the business as an asset that could one day be sold, franchised, or expanded. The chapter paints a stark contrast between businesses built with the technician's mindset versus those built with the entrepreneurial perspective. Technician-led businesses remain stuck in survival mode, unable to grow beyond the owner's capacity. In contrast, entrepreneurially driven businesses flourish because they're designed to thrive without constant intervention from the owner. Maturity, as defined here, is not the absence of challenges, but the ability to navigate them strategically. It's about letting go of the reactive tendencies that define infancy and adolescence and embracing proactive leadership. A mature business isn't just a job or a collection of tasks. It's a living, evolving system built to last. Chapter 6 challenges you to rise above the immediate demands of today and adopt a mindset focused on the future. By embracing the entrepreneurial perspective, you're not just building a business, you're creating something enduring, scalable, and impactful. Maturity is the reward for thinking big, planning strategically, and committing to the vision of a business that can stand the test of time. Chapter 7: The Turnkey Revolution. Chapter 7 introduces the concept of the turnkey revolution, a groundbreaking approach to business design that has transformed industries and offers a blueprint for small business success. This revolution centers on creating a business model so streamlined, efficient, and replicable that it can function seamlessly without constant input from its owner. It's the ultimate shift from chaos to control and from dependence to independence. The turnkey revolution was inspired by the franchise model, particularly the brilliance behind systems-driven enterprises like McDonald's. The genius of a franchise lies in its simplicity and repeatability. Everything is designed to be so clear and consistent that anyone can follow the system and achieve the same results, whether they're running one store or 1,000. The key lesson of this chapter is that you don't have to franchise your business to apply the turnkey concept. Instead, you can think like a franchise builder and design your business to function as if it were ready to be replicated. This means every aspect of your business, operations, customer interactions, marketing, even the ambiance of your workspace, must be documented and systematized to ensure consistency and quality. The turnkey model isn't just about efficiency. It's about creating a predictable and exceptional experience for your customers. By eliminating guesswork and variability, you're building a business that delivers results every time, regardless of who's running the show. Employees can easily be trained, and customers know exactly what to expect, leading to trust, loyalty, and growth. But embracing the turnkey revolution requires a radical shift in perspective. You must stop seeing yourself as the business and start seeing your business as something entirely separate from you. It's no longer about doing the work, but about designing how the work is done. You become the architect of a system rather than a worker buried in the day-to-day grind. This chapter also emphasizes the profound freedom that comes with a turnkey business. When your business is built on solid systems, it doesn't rely on your constant presence. You can step back to focus on strategy, innovation, or even other passions, knowing the business will continue to thrive. The turnkey revolution is not just a method, it's a mindset. It challenges you to think bigger, work smarter, and create a business that isn't just a reflection of your skills, but a testament to your vision. By adopting this approach, you're not just building a business, you're creating a legacy. One that operates with precision, delivers excellence, and is poised for endless growth. Chapter 8. The Franchise Prototype. Chapter 8 delves into the power and purpose of the franchise prototype, a revolutionary framework for building a business that's consistent, scalable, and built to endure. The franchise prototype isn't about turning your business into a franchise, but about designing it with the same precision and systems-driven approach that successful franchises use to replicate their success over and over again. At its core, the franchise prototype is a model business, a version of your business that functions so seamlessly and predictably that it could be duplicated in any location by anyone without sacrificing quality or efficiency. It's a blueprint for eliminating chaos and dependency while laying the foundation for sustainable growth. This chapter emphasizes a profound truth. Systems, not people, are the key to success. A common mistake business owners make is relying too heavily on individual talents, which creates unpredictability and inconsistency. The franchise prototype flips this approach by focusing on creating systems that anyone can follow to achieve the same excellent results. Employees don't need to be experts. They just need to follow the processes you've meticulously designed. The franchise prototype is built on a foundation of 3 essential principles. 1. Consistency. Every element of the business, from operations to customer interactions, must be standardized. Whether it's the way a product is made, how a service is delivered, or even how the phone is answered, consistency creates trust and reliability for customers. 2. Documentation. All systems and procedures must be clearly documented so they can be easily understood and replicated. This documentation serves as the operating manual for your business, empowering employees to perform their roles with confidence and precision. 3. Testing and refining. A franchise prototype isn't static, it's constantly evolving. Every system is tested, improved, and optimized to ensure it works flawlessly. This process of iteration ensures the business remains efficient, adaptable, and capable of scaling. The chapter highlights that the franchise prototype doesn't just benefit the business owner, it also elevates the customer experience. By designing a business around systems that guarantee consistent results, customers receive the same high level of service every time, fostering loyalty and satisfaction. But the real magic of the franchise prototype lies in the freedom it offers the owner. By creating a self-sustaining business model, the owner is no longer trapped in the daily grind. They can step back, focus on strategy, or explore new ventures while knowing their business is running smoothly. Chapter 8 is a call to action for business owners to think like system builders. It challenges you to create not just a business, but a business model, one that operates with precision, delivers excellence, and is ready to scale, replicate, and thrive for years to come. Chapter 9. Working on your business, not in it. Chapter 9 reveals one of the most crucial shifts for any small business owner, moving from working in the business to working on the business. This distinction may seem subtle, but it's the key to achieving long-term success and scalability. The chapter dives into how business owners often fall into the trap of becoming consumed by the daily operations, losing sight of the bigger picture, and how breaking free from this cycle is essential for growth. At the heart of this shift is the realization that the business cannot grow if the owner is trapped in the day-to-day grind. When you're constantly absorbed in doing the work, Whether it's answering emails, handling customer complaints, or fulfilling orders, you're not building a business that can run without you. Instead, you're creating a job for yourself. While you might enjoy the work or feel that it's necessary, doing so keeps you stuck and prevents your business from evolving into something that can function independently. The true value of working on the business is stepping back and looking at the company from a strategic viewpoint. It means focusing on designing systems, processes, and structures that will allow your business to operate smoothly, even in your absence. You're not just working for today's sales or solving today's problems. You're building for the future. This shift also requires a new mindset, one that sees the business as a machine that needs careful design, constant refinement, and continuous improvement. Rather than fixing problems as they arise, you begin to anticipate them and put systems in place to prevent them. Working on the business means asking bigger questions. How can we improve customer service? How can we streamline operations? What can be done today to ensure that the business grows and thrives tomorrow? The chapter stresses that working on the business involves creating a vision and plan that transforms it into a self-sustaining entity. It's about empowering others to take on roles and responsibilities, building a team that can execute your systems, and giving employees the tools and training they need to succeed without constant oversight. Perhaps the most powerful insight of the chapter is that the act of stepping back and working on the business doesn't mean you stop caring about the work. It means you're elevating your focus to a level where the business becomes greater than any one individual. It's about creating something that functions independently, operates consistently, and can grow without being dependent on you. In essence, Chapter 9 urges business owners to make the crucial transition from working in the weeds of daily operations to working on the big picture. This shift is essential for creating a business that not only survives, but thrives and scales for years to come. Chapter 10, the business development process. Chapter 10 introduces the business development process, a strategic framework that shifts a business owner's focus from simply surviving to actively growing and refining the business. It lays out a blueprint for systematically transforming a small business into a self-sustaining, scalable entity. This process isn't just about adding more customers or increasing sales. It's about building a business that is designed for continual improvement and long-term success. The chapter begins by emphasizing that growth doesn't happen by chance. It requires intentionality, structure, and most importantly, a clear process. The business development process is a cycle, one that starts with a vision for the business and is followed by steps to create systems, develop people, and drive consistent results. By following this process, owners stop reacting to issues and instead proactively shape the future of their business. At the heart of the business development process are three primary stages: innovation, quantification, and orchestration. 1. Innovation involves coming up with new ideas and refining current offerings. This stage encourages business owners to think creatively about how to improve products, services, or customer experiences. It's about making the business adaptable and ensuring that it continually meets market demands. 2. Quantification is the phase where the ideas from the innovation stage are measured, tracked, and analyzed. It's about understanding what works, identifying areas of inefficiency, and setting clear metrics for success. By quantifying every aspect of the business, the owner can make data-driven decisions and know precisely where adjustments are needed to optimize performance. 3. Orchestration is the final step, where everything comes together in a way that is efficient, predictable, and replicable. This is where systems, procedures, and people are aligned to work in harmony. Orchestration ensures that the business operates smoothly, that customer experiences are consistent, and that the company can grow without over-relying on the owner. The chapter also highlights the importance of creating a business that runs on systems, not on the owner's constant intervention. It stresses that every action, no matter how small, should be part of a larger plan. The goal is to create a seamless operation where the business can thrive independently of the owner's daily involvement. Ultimately, the business development process isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about laying a foundation for sustainable growth and creating a business that can evolve over time. By focusing on innovation, quantification, and orchestration, business owners can ensure their companies continue to thrive, scale, and adapt to future challenges. Chapter 11, Your Business Development Program. Chapter 11 focuses on the creation of a business development program, a structured approach that drives growth, scalability, and sustainability. This program isn't just about keeping the business running. It's about intentionally building a roadmap for long-term success by developing key systems and processes that evolve the business over time. The heart of the business development program is the recognition that a business isn't static. It's a dynamic entity that requires consistent innovation, adjustment, and improvement. The program is designed to take the systems outlined in previous chapters and ensure they become integral to the company's daily operations. By developing a program, business owners can transform a small, reactive business into a proactive, growth-oriented powerhouse. One of the central themes of this chapter is the idea of working on the business, not in it. To make this leap, a business owner must shift from focusing on short-term tasks to long-term planning. The business development program is the tool that helps owners move from being technicians performing every task themselves to entrepreneurs who create and implement systems that allow their business to function without constant hands-on involvement. The chapter outlines the importance of developing three crucial components. 1. Business development strategy. This is the overarching vision that directs the future of the business. It involves setting long-term goals, identifying core values, and understanding the company's purpose. Without a clear strategy, it's easy to drift or get caught up in daily operations without making meaningful progress. A strong strategy acts as a guidepost for every decision the business makes. 2. Marketing strategy. Here, the focus is on creating a consistent, repeatable marketing process that generates leads, nurtures prospects, and builds customer loyalty. Marketing is about more than just advertising. It's about communicating the business's value and ensuring that the customer experience is consistent across every touchpoint. A good marketing strategy takes the guesswork out of attracting and retaining customers and positions the business as a trusted solution to their needs. 3. Organizational strategy. This component is about building a team and ensuring that each person in the business knows their role, understands the systems, and is empowered to perform efficiently. It also emphasizes the importance of training, leadership, and development to ensure the business doesn't rely on any one individual, including the owner. By building a strong organizational structure, the business becomes more resilient, scalable, and capable of thriving with less direct involvement from the owner. Ultimately, this chapter stresses that creating a business development program isn't a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process of refinement and growth. By continually adapting and improving systems, strategies, and structures, the business can evolve and thrive no matter what challenges lie ahead. This program empowers owners to take control of their business's future, ensuring it operates smoothly, grows steadily, and remains competitive in an ever-changing market. Chapter 12, Your Primary Aim. In Chapter 12, the focus shifts to one of the most fundamental aspects of building a successful business: defining your primary aim. This concept encourages business owners to consider not just what they do for a living, but why they're doing it in the first place. It challenges the traditional view of business as a mere way to make money, and instead urges owners to think of their business as a vehicle to fulfill personal dreams, values, and aspirations. The primary aim is the deep personal purpose that drives you to own a business. It is the reason behind the long hours, the risks, and the sacrifices. This aim is not just about profitability, though financial success is certainly a part of it. Rather, it's about aligning the business with your personal vision for life. Whether it's achieving a certain lifestyle, making a meaningful impact, or simply having the freedom to control your own destiny. The chapter emphasizes that without a clearly defined primary aim, business owners risk being swept away by the daily demands of running a company, losing sight of the broader goals they originally set out to achieve. Too often, entrepreneurs get caught up in the technical work and forget to reflect on what they truly want their business to provide. As a result, they end up creating a business that serves only the immediate needs of the company without fulfilling their deeper, long-term desires. Establishing a primary aim is about setting your course, both personally and professionally. It helps you focus on the bigger picture by making sure the business serves you rather than the other way around. The business should be a tool that helps you achieve the lifestyle and personal satisfaction you want. But to achieve that, you first need to know what you want out of life, and then design your business to align with those values. This chapter provides practical guidance on how to discover and articulate your primary aim. It encourages reflection on your ideal life, what you would do if money and time were no object, and then works backward from there to craft a business that helps bring that vision to life. This means asking critical questions about what success truly means to you, how much time you want to spend working, and what kind of legacy you want to leave. The most powerful insight here is that your primary aim doesn't just guide your business decisions. It shapes every aspect of your life. When your business aligns with your true purpose, it brings a sense of fulfillment that goes far beyond financial gain. This clarity of purpose fuels perseverance, inspires innovation, and ensures that your business remains meaningful and rewarding, no matter the challenges along the way. By defining your primary aim, you ensure that your business becomes a tool for personal and professional freedom, not a source of stress and dissatisfaction. It's the first and most important step in creating a business that serves both your professional and personal goals. Chapter 13, Your Strategic Objective. Chapter 13 introduces the concept of the strategic objective, a crucial framework for aligning a business's operations with its long-term vision. This chapter emphasizes the importance of moving beyond the day-to-day survival mindset and instead focusing on a clear, measurable, and actionable goal for the business. The strategic objective provides a detailed roadmap that guides all decisions, strategies, and actions, ensuring that everything the business does is purposefully geared toward achieving a defined end result. The core of this chapter lies in understanding that without a clear strategic objective, a business risks drifting aimlessly, reacting to problems as they arise, rather than proactively steering toward a specific goal. The strategic objective serves as a way to create a framework for success, offering direction, structure, and clarity in both the short and long term. It's the ultimate guiding star for the business, a clear and compelling vision that helps the business owner understand exactly what they are working toward. This chapter also stresses that the strategic objective must be specific, measurable, and rooted in both personal and professional goals. It goes beyond vague aspirations of being successful or making more money. Instead, it's about defining precisely what the business should look like once it has been fully developed and optimized. Whether that means becoming a market leader, providing exceptional customer experiences, or creating a lasting legacy, the strategic objective brings clarity to these goals and sets a framework for how to achieve them. To develop your strategic objective, the chapter advises thinking about your business from a 10,000-foot view. What you want it to achieve, the type of company you want it to be, and how you envision it evolving over time. The strategic objective isn't just a destination, it's the process of defining what success looks like, and then breaking that vision down into concrete, actionable steps. By outlining a clear path, business owners can focus on the most important tasks that directly contribute to their objective, eliminating distractions and unnecessary work. Another key insight from this chapter is the idea that the strategic objective should inspire and motivate the team. When everyone in the company understands the objective and is aligned with the vision, they can work together towards a common goal, ensuring that everyone is pulling in the same direction. This creates a sense of unity, purpose, and momentum that propels the business forward. Ultimately, the strategic objective is about turning abstract dreams into tangible actions. It helps business owners move from a reactive, overwhelmed state to a focused, strategic mindset, enabling them to build a business that is not only profitable, but also aligned with their deepest values and long-term aspirations. This chapter offers a powerful reminder that without a clear objective, the business will simply drift. Intentionally shaping and pursuing that objective is the key to creating lasting success. Chapter 14, Your Organizational Strategy. Chapter 14 centers around the importance of an organizational strategy, which is essential for scaling a business effectively and sustainably. The core message of this chapter is that as a business grows, it's crucial to develop a structure that supports not just the tasks at hand, but also the company's larger vision. Without a solid organizational framework, a business will struggle to maintain consistency, efficiency, and quality as it expands. The chapter begins by emphasizing that an effective organizational strategy doesn't just happen by accident. It requires intentional planning, vision, and the careful design of roles and responsibilities. The idea is to create an organization that functions seamlessly, one where each team member knows their specific duties, how they contribute to the larger mission, and how to perform their tasks with minimal supervision. This system helps eliminate confusion, inefficiencies, and errors, which are common pitfalls in growing businesses. One of the key elements discussed is the idea of creating an organizational chart, not just for today, but for where the business should be in the future. The chart isn't just a hierarchy of positions. It's a tool that outlines the essential roles, the flow of responsibility, and the structure of the entire organization. The chart allows the business owner to see clearly what needs to be done at every level, and ensures that tasks are distributed efficiently across the team. This forward-thinking approach ensures the company doesn't get bogged down by being reactive to short-term needs, but instead focuses on building long-term capacity and capabilities. A powerful insight from this chapter is that the organizational strategy should be driven by the systems and processes that the business operates on. Instead of having people fill roles that are dependent on their individual abilities or availability, an effective strategy focuses on creating repeatable systems that can function independently of any single employee. This ensures that work can continue even as staff changes, making the business more resilient and adaptable. As a result, the business becomes more efficient and scalable because it runs on systems rather than individual personalities. Another critical takeaway is that the organizational strategy should also emphasize training, growth, and development. By creating clear expectations for employees and providing them with the necessary tools, skills, and knowledge, the business fosters a culture of continuous improvement. Employees don't just perform tasks, they become part of a larger, evolving vision, adding more value as the business matures. Ultimately, the chapter drives home the idea that a business must evolve from being driven by the owner to being driven by its systems and team. The organizational strategy is the blueprint for this transformation. By laying a strong organizational foundation, business owners can ensure that as the business grows, it can scale efficiently and sustainably, creating a structure that works for both the present and the future. Chapter 15, Your Management Strategy. In Chapter 15, the focus is on creating a management strategy that ensures the growth and sustainability of a business through effective leadership and oversight. This chapter dives deep into how business owners must transition from being technicians, caught up in the day-to-day operations, to becoming strategic managers who oversee, guide, and develop their team. The essence of a successful management strategy lies in the ability to create structure, accountability, and consistent performance across all areas of the business. One of the key insights in this chapter is the idea that management is not just about telling people what to do. It's about creating an environment where the business operates smoothly without constant micromanagement. It's about designing systems, processes, and roles that enable employees to perform effectively, even when the business owner is not directly involved in every aspect. This shift is crucial for scaling the business beyond its initial stages and creating long-term value. The chapter introduces the concept of the management development system, a method for developing strong, capable leaders within the company. It stresses that business owners must identify and nurture leadership potential at all levels, creating a culture of growth and responsibility. Instead of the owner carrying the burden of management alone, they must build a system where other leaders are empowered to make decisions, solve problems, and take initiative. This allows the business to function autonomously, freeing the owner from the constant pressure of managing every detail. Another powerful concept presented is the feedback loop, a system for tracking performance, setting measurable goals, and providing ongoing feedback to employees. By setting clear expectations and regularly assessing progress, the business owner can ensure that the team remains aligned with the company's objectives. This continuous feedback fosters a culture of accountability, where everyone is responsible for their role and motivated to meet the goals of the business. The chapter also touches on the importance of creating a clear communication system, where expectations are articulated, challenges are addressed, and successes are celebrated. This system keeps everyone on the same page and ensures that the business operates as a cohesive unit. Communication is not just about giving orders. It's about creating transparency, trust, and shared vision among all team members. Ultimately, the management strategy is about building a company that operates on its own terms, with minimal intervention from the owner. It allows the business to grow without being held back by the constraints of its management structure. By creating a culture of leadership, accountability, and clear communication, the business becomes more efficient, adaptable, and resilient in the face of challenges. This chapter reminds owners that a solid management strategy is not a luxury. It's a necessity for transforming a small business into a sustainable, thriving organization. Chapter 16, Your People Strategy. Chapter 16 focuses on one of the most vital aspects of a successful business, your people. This chapter emphasizes that your employees are not just workers, they are the driving force behind your business's success. And how you manage, nurture, and empower them will determine whether your company thrives or falters. The people strategy is about building a team that not only performs, but actively contributes to the company's larger vision and success. The chapter begins by challenging the conventional thinking that employees are simply there to fill roles and perform tasks. Instead, it emphasizes that the people strategy must be rooted in a deep understanding of how to harness the potential of your team in a way that aligns with your business's goals. This involves viewing each person as a contributor to a greater system, where everyone plays an essential role in achieving the business's overall objectives. The idea is to build a team that is not just capable, but also motivated, empowered, and connected to the bigger mission of the company. A key insight from this chapter is the idea that employees must be treated as partners, not just workers. The business should be designed in such a way that each employee's personal growth and job satisfaction are aligned with the business's success. This creates a mutually beneficial relationship where both the individual and the organization are invested in the long-term growth and achievement of the business. Rather than seeing employees as cogs in a machine, the people strategy encourages business owners to create an environment where individuals can flourish, develop, and take ownership of their work. The chapter also discusses the importance of hiring the right people. Building a team is not just about filling vacancies. It's about finding individuals who are aligned with the company's values, vision, and culture. This means hiring for both skills and character, ensuring that the people you bring on board not only have the technical expertise, but also fit into the larger ecosystem of the business. The goal is to create a team that complements each other's strengths and weaknesses, allowing everyone to thrive in their respective roles. Another crucial point is the need for training and development. The chapter stresses that employees should never be left to figure it out on their own. Instead, a strong people strategy includes a commitment to continuous learning and professional growth. This doesn't just benefit the employees, it benefits the business as well, as a well-trained, highly skilled team is more productive, innovative, and motivated to contribute to the company's success. Ultimately, your people strategy is the foundation for building a business that is sustainable, scalable, and capable of thriving in any market. When employees are treated with respect, given the tools to succeed, and integrated into the larger vision of the business, the entire organization flourishes. This chapter reminds business owners that without a solid strategy for managing and empowering their people, their business will struggle to grow and achieve long-term success. It's about creating a culture of collaboration, accountability, and continuous improvement, where everyone is moving toward the same goal. Chapter 17, Your Marketing Strategy. Chapter 17 dives deep into the transformative power of an intentional marketing strategy, emphasizing that businesses can only grow and thrive when they approach marketing with a strategic, cohesive plan. Too often, small business owners react to market demands or trends, leading to inconsistent, disjointed marketing efforts that fail to capture the full potential of their target audience. This chapter challenges that mindset by stressing the importance of building a marketing strategy that not only attracts customers, but also builds long-term relationships with them. The chapter begins by underscoring the significance of knowing your ideal customer. It's not enough to simply sell to anyone who walks through the door. Instead, you must identify who your business truly serves, what their needs, desires, and pain points are. By understanding these aspects in depth, you can craft messages and offers that resonate deeply with the right audience. The more you narrow down your target market, the more precise and effective your marketing efforts will be. An essential part of the marketing strategy is recognizing that it's about creating a consistent customer experience. This goes beyond just delivering a good product or service. It involves every interaction a customer has with your business, from initial contact to post-purchase follow-up. The goal is to create a memorable, positive experience that keeps customers coming back and encourages them to refer others. This consistency builds trust, which is the foundation of any lasting customer relationship. The chapter also stresses the importance of systematizing marketing efforts. Instead of relying on sporadic promotions or one-off campaigns, businesses should create repeatable marketing systems that generate consistent results. This includes crafting campaigns that can be automated, such as email marketing sequences, content strategies, or social media posts. By setting up these systems, you ensure that marketing runs smoothly, even when the business owner is focused on other aspects of the company. The chapter encourages business owners to develop a set of marketing systems that are reliable and effective, so the business doesn't fall victim to the unpredictability of marketing trends. Another powerful insight from this chapter is the idea of differentiation. What sets your business apart from others in the market? It's not enough to offer the same product or service as everyone else. You must find a unique value proposition that speaks directly to your target market. Whether it's exceptional customer service, a specialized offering, or an innovative approach, your marketing strategy should highlight what makes your business special. Ultimately, the marketing strategy outlined in this chapter is about building a sustainable, growth-oriented approach to attracting and retaining customers. It's about creating a clear, targeted plan that resonates with your ideal customer, delivers a consistent experience, and builds long-term relationships. By developing and systematizing these strategies, business owners can create a marketing engine that continually drives success, helping the business grow and thrive for years to come. This chapter highlights that with the right marketing strategy in place, businesses move from struggling to scale to flourishing in a competitive market. Chapter 18, Your System Strategy. In Chapter 18, the focus shifts to one of the most critical elements of creating a sustainable business: systems. The chapter makes it clear that the key to success is not simply about working harder or longer hours. It's about designing effective systems that allow the business to operate seamlessly, even when the owner is not personally involved in every task. A systems strategy creates a structure that enables the business to function like a well-oiled machine, ensuring efficiency, consistency, and scalability. At the heart of this chapter is the powerful concept that every business, no matter its size or industry, can be broken down into a set of replicable processes. The idea is that the more a business owner can systematize, the less they will need to rely on their personal involvement for the company to thrive. By standardizing key operations, from customer service to inventory management, a business can achieve predictable outcomes, reduce errors, and free up the owner's time to focus on higher-level growth activities. A major insight in this chapter is the emphasis on documenting processes. The author stresses that businesses should not be run by luck or individual effort, but by clear, written procedures. This includes everything from how to answer the phone, to how to handle customer complaints, to how to manage the sales process. By creating detailed systems that anyone in the business can follow, the company can maintain a consistent level of quality no matter who is executing the task. This is not about micromanagement. It's about creating a blueprint for success that can be duplicated across various functions of the business. The chapter also introduces the idea of building systems that are customer-centered. It's not just about optimizing internal workflows. It's about improving the customer experience at every touchpoint. For example, a sales process should be systematized in a way that ensures every lead receives the same level of attention, and every customer interaction leaves a lasting positive impression. When the systems are designed with the customer in mind, it creates a foundation for long-term loyalty and trust. Another important concept in this chapter is the idea of scalability. A business can only grow as much as its systems can support. If a business owner is constantly involved in every decision and action, there's a limit to how large the business can become. But when systems are in place to handle routine tasks, the business can scale without the owner having to sacrifice quality or consistency. The chapter stresses that systems allow businesses to expand, take on more clients, and even open additional locations without compromising the core values of the company. In conclusion, the systems strategy is about setting up a business to run itself. By focusing on creating repeatable, efficient, and customer-focused processes, business owners can create an environment where growth, consistency, and excellence are built into the very DNA of the business. This chapter highlights that systems are not just an operational tool. They are the foundation of a business that can thrive independently, grow exponentially, and deliver exceptional value over time. Chapter 19, A Letter to Sarah, Final Chapter. In the final chapter, the author shifts from practical advice to a more personal and heartfelt message, encapsulated in a letter to Sarah, a fictional character who represents the small business owner striving to create something meaningful. This chapter serves as both a conclusion and a call to action, urging business owners to recognize that the path to success is not merely about running a business, but about transforming their vision into reality. The letter marks a turning point, offering not only reflection on the journey so far, but also a profound insight into the mindset required for true success. The author speaks directly to Sarah, who embodies the struggles and dreams of countless small business owners. The letter acknowledges the challenges Sarah faces, the constant balancing act between being a technician, manager, and entrepreneur, the exhaustion of working in the business rather than on it, and the frustration of feeling trapped in a cycle that limits growth. Yet, the letter also encourages Sarah to see beyond her immediate struggles, urging her to shift from a reactive, day-to-day mindset to a strategic, visionary perspective. One of the most powerful messages in this final chapter is that the real opportunity for Sarah, and for any business owner, is in recognizing that businesses are built on systems, not individual effort. The letter urges Sarah to step out of the trenches and begin working on the business, not just in it. By creating and refining systems that operate independently of her personal involvement, Sarah can build a sustainable business that doesn't rely on her presence for success. This is not a message of detachment, but of empowerment, empowering Sarah to grow her business to its fullest potential without being overwhelmed by the day-to-day demands that currently dominate her life. In the closing sections of the letter, the author stresses the idea that a business is not just a means of income, but a vehicle for creating the life Sarah wants to live. It's a call to align her entrepreneurial vision with her personal goals, to see the business not just as a way to survive, but as a means to thrive and make a lasting impact. The author gently nudges Sarah to think about what the business could look like if it were not limited by her personal involvement, if it were designed as a system that could run smoothly without constant attention, growing even when she was not physically present. The letter also touches on the idea of personal fulfillment. As Sarah steps into her role as an entrepreneur, the author invites her to consider her own growth and self-development. The business is merely a reflection of the vision she holds, not just for the company, but for herself. The final chapter ends on a note of hope and optimism, suggesting that Sarah, and any business owner, has the ability to transform their life by making strategic choices, trusting the systems, and embracing the entrepreneurial journey as a path of continuous evolution. This final chapter serves not just as a conclusion, but as a launching point for Sarah to begin anew. By empowering her to think beyond the ordinary, routine, and struggles of business ownership, the author provides a clear blueprint for how small business owners can create a company that serves not only their financial needs, but also their personal aspirations. The journey is challenging. Potential for growth and fulfillment is limitless if one is willing to embrace the vision and begin creating something far greater than what they ever imagined. And that's it for the E-Myth Revisited. If you found this audiobook as eye-opening as I did, let me know in the comments. What lesson hit home the hardest? What will you be applying to your business or life starting today? I'd love to hear your thoughts. While you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you want more transformative books like this one. Also, let me know in the comments which book you'd like me to feature next. Your suggestion could be the next big discussion here on the Book Lounge. Oh, and before you go, make sure to grab your free one-page summary of today's audiobook. The link is in the video description. It's packed with all the key insights you need to revisit anytime. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next chapter of the Book Lounge. Until then, keep turning those pages. Your next breakthrough could be just a book away.